Greetings, Keechlings. Keechl Prime here with a new video series today. We're going to basically make a Pokemon team for a fictional character. It's not a revolutionary idea. I mean, YouTube is full of these. So I thought, hey, let's dip our own toe into the water. Now, I don't want to, tread too much into other people's ideas, so I will try and vary it up as much as I can. But, like I said, it's not a new concept, so there may be some overlap for people that I've seen and others I haven't seen. So, But starting off this series, we will be doing the character that inspired me to do this series, Tulip Olsen from Infinity Train, which that gives you about the time when I came up with the idea to do it. Is Infinity Train had just ended its week-long event, and I was like, it would be fun if Tulip was put into the Pokemon world, which, I mean, Infinity Train could facilitate that to an extent, so just furthering the idea of where this could, happen. But anyway, I want to get like Pokemon that will, fit aspects of their personality. So I'm not going to do like a full like competitive teams or even a moves list or anything. So it's just going to be kind of a simple series and whatnot, just for fun. So but for Tulip, I thought, okay, she's from Wisconsin. What is Wisconsin most famous for? It's cheese. How do you make the cheese? You use milk. And we've got Miltank, the cow equivalent in Pokemon. And so I thought Miltank, the milk cow Pokemon, like I said, that's kind of where the whole idea is. She comes from Wisconsin, is famous for cheese. It probably would be a very common Pokemon for her area if Pokemon existed in the United States. But yeah. Number 2 is Farfetch, the wild duck Pokemon. Now this is based on just the simple fact of in the early bits of the first scenes of episode 1, we see Tulip and her friend, and they're walking, and Tulip's eating a raw onion. She's going full Shrek with this, but just eats it like an apple, and I was like, well, there's not like an onion Pokemon. This seems, and it's not the only time we see her do this. So I was like, what am I going to do? And then I remembered, that's what Farfetch is carrying. I've been playing these games for 20-something years, watching the anime for almost as long, and I keep forgetting that he has a spring onion, or a leek, but it's still technically an onion. So I'm like, there you go, Farfetch. Maybe he can find her onions to eat, So yeah, that one's real simple concept. Number 3 is Porygon, the virtual Pokemon. Like technically the first artificial Pokemon we made, but in the digital realm. I say the first artificial because we had Mewtwo obviously, but he comes later in the Pokedex than Porygon, and then you have to add on the digital portion. But first digital Pokemon. And it's chosen for Tulip's hobby of coding. She was making a video game. She was going to programming camp. It seems like the perfect Pokemon for her. Now, I could have gone with Porygon 2 or Porygon Z, because they're more advanced. But I thought Porygon is a very simplistic looking, polygonal looking Pokemon. Hence where the name comes from. But because Tulip is a beginner, it made more sense that she would have the lower stage evolutions of the line, right? I mean, Porygon Z could have worked because it's like, corrupted and whatnot, and maybe that could show that she accidentally corrupts her files. So maybe that's where it'll eventually end up if she goes down the line too badly. I don't know. But yeah. Next up is Shelgon. Now this is the first of a line of choices that represent companions that Tulip meets on the Infinity Train. This one, Shelgon, is the endurance Pokemon, and it represents 1-1. 1-1 was a little round, split personality robot that she met early on. I don't know, I want to say it was in the first car, I'm pretty sure, because it was snowy and she thought she was still in her world and everything, but no, she was on the train. And he's just like this strange little robot, and he's the first companion, so he's there with her for the most amount of time. Now you're probably wondering, it's like, where do I get this kind of connection? Well, Shelgon and 1-1 kind of do have this kind of similar, like, visual appeal and similarities to them. You know, they're both grayish white orb looking things with tiny little legs. Also, they hide hidden potential of the highest degree. Shelgon evolves into a pseudo-legendary Salamence, so it's going to become a really powerful dragon. While 1-1, it's later revealed, he's the frickin' conductor of the train. So I thought, you know, real hidden potential that gets revealed later on kind of deal. So I thought they work pretty hand in hand. Number 5 is Yamper, the puppy Pokemon, the newest puppy Pokemon. This is a 8th gen Pokemon, so not as much information about it, but it's based on a Corgi. So if you're a fan of Infinity Train, you know where this is going. Like I said, this is another choice based on to represent one of her companions. This companion being Atticus, the Corgi King of Cordinia, and the fact that the Pokemon's based on a Corgi. I mean, who else was I going to pick? I wasn't going to pick Growlithe. So yeah, the breed perfectly works out, and it, you know, cute Corgi Pokemon, who wouldn't want it? But yeah. So this was purely just the fact that it is based on a Corgi, which, you know, Atticus is as well. So, and number 6 is Meowth, the Scratch Cat Pokemon. This is to represent the final companion that she kind of gets. It's more of a semi-reoccurring character, the cat. We see her in, I believe it was episode 2 for the first time, the water cart or whatever, with the water people and everything. And she reappears throughout the series, becoming more friendly as time goes on because you start to understand her true purpose, but she starts off a bit antagonistic, as you do. And yeah, I thought Meowth has a similar, like, you know, light color, and if you go with the whole, like, Meowth from the anime, where he was part of Team Rocket and everything, it kind of, you know, keeps that, like, antagonistic nature, because, I mean, Meowth was nice occasionally. So, and it just keeps with the cat theme. It's really not that, you know, big of a connection, but I thought it would work for the, you know, the temporary ally that they get in the cat. And as a final choice, this was actually the original pick I had for 1-1. So we'll just consider this like Tulip's like switch out, you know, always in the PC box kind of Pokemon. Solus or Solasis. Yeah, it's the Cell Pokemon. I picked it to represent 1-1. This was his original choice until I realized, wait, Shelgon's a thing. But I picked it because, you know, it's a little round ball looking thing, floats around. 1-1 doesn't do that, but, you know. But this Pokemon can influence its environment by manipulating it with its psychic powers, just like 1-1 can, though not with psychic powers. So I thought, you know, it had a connection there. So, like I said, this could be like her switch out Pokemon if she needs a, you know, a psychic or something on the team or something, you know. But yeah, that is about it. This gives you a rough idea of about what these videos will amount to. Let me know your thoughts. Any ideas for future characters you want to see? I have a few lined up. I'm a big One Piece fan, so obviously I'm going to try and get to as many of those as I can. And like I said earlier, there may not always be a full team or an expanded team as Tulip got with the 7th member. So, like I said, you know, some of these will be long, some of these could be really short, I don't know. But let me know your opinions, your thoughts, and all that good stuff. Character suggestions all day long. And yeah. But yeah, anyway, I stream on Twitch 3 days a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, or at least try to until I can get my internet fixed, which I'm getting closer to, please. So hopefully I'll get it figured out. But anyway, obviously I do reactions and all that stuff, so go check those out. And I do a manga podcast, usually on Saturday, sometimes on Sunday. It'll be on Griever's channel this week. It was on my channel last week, so go check that out. Subscribe to Griever so that you can find when we go live, and I'll tweet it out so that there's an easier pathway to it. So follow my social media so that you're always in the know. But anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, Keishlings, roll out!